Hello, everyone, and a very warm welcome to Captain English Podcast. I'm Paul.
And I'm Alice. It's great to be back with all of you, our amazing listeners, for another episode of Learning English the Easy Way.
Absolutely, Alice. You know, we love getting your questions and messages. It really helps us know what you want to learn. And recently, we've had a lot of questions about a very specific but super important grammar point.
That's right, Paul. It's something that even intermediate learners sometimes struggle with. Today, we're going to talk about did you versus have you. It sounds simple, but the difference can be tricky, right?
It really can be, and it changes the meaning quite a bit. So, Alice, before we jump into the grammar, did you have a good weekend?
I did, Paul. Thank you for asking. I actually visited a new coffee shop on Saturday. It was really lovely. Have you ever tried that new place on Elm Street?
Ah, you see what we just did there? I asked, did you have a good weekend? Because I was thinking about a specific finish time, the weekend. And you asked, have you ever tried? Because you were talking about an experience in your life, not a specific time.
Exactly. That's a perfect everyday example of how we use them. So let's break this down for our listeners in simple English, step by step. We'll start with did you.
Okay, so when we use did you, we are always talking about something that happened in the past, and it's finished. It's a completed action. The key here is that it's usually at a specific time in the past, or the time is understood.
Yes, did you goes with the simple past tense. Think of words like yesterday, last week, 2 years ago, on Monday. If you see these time expressions, you most likely need did you.
Let's give some examples. If I ask you, did you eat breakfast this morning? I'm asking about a finished action, eating breakfast at a specific finished time this morning, which is now over.
Right, and my answer would be something like, yes, I did, or no, I didn't. I wouldn't say, yes, I have eaten breakfast this morning, because this morning is a finished period of time in this context.
Exactly. Another example. Did you go to the park yesterday? Again, yesterday is a finished time. The action of going to the park is also finished. It's clear, it's in the past, and it's done.
Think of it like asking about a specific event in your memory album. Did you watch that movie last night? Did you finish your homework before dinner? These are all clear, past, finished actions.
So to summarize did you, it's for actions completed in the past, at a specific or understood past time. The action is done, and it has no direct connection to the present moment other than being a past event.
Perfect summary, Paul. Now let's move on to have you. This one is different because it uses the present perfect tense. This means the action started in the past but has some connection to the present. The time is often not specific, or it's an unfinished period of time.
Yes, have you often talks about experiences in your life up to now. For example, have you ever visited Rome? I'm not asking about a specific day you visited Rome, but if at any point in your life, from birth until now, you have had the experience of visiting Rome.
And the answer would be yes, I have, or no, I haven't. If you say yes, I have, it means you visited Rome at some point, and that experience is still part of your life history today.
Another common use is when the action has happened, but the result is important now. For example, if I see you looking hungry, I might ask, have you eaten? I'm not asking if you ate at a specific time, but if the action of eating has been completed and is relevant to your current hunger.
That's a great example. Or, if your friend looks tired, you could ask, have you slept well? The action of sleeping is in the past, but the effect of that sleep, or lack of it, is visible right now.
Right. Another key point for have you is when we're talking about an action that started in the past and is still continuing now, or an unfinished period of time. For example, have you lived in London for a long time? This implies you still live there now.
Or, if it's still this morning and I haven't eaten, I could ask you, have you had breakfast this morning? Because this morning is still an unfinished period of time. I'm asking if you've completed that action within this current time frame.
Excellent point. The period of time is still ongoing. If it's 10 a.m., this morning is still happening. If it's 3 p.m., this morning is finished. That's a crucial distinction. It's all about the relevance to the present moment.
So, to recap have you, it's for actions that happened at an unspecified time in the past, or an action whose result is relevant now, or an action that started in the past and continues to the present, or an action within an unfinished period of time.
Fantastic. Now let's compare them directly with some sentences that might seem similar but have different meanings depending on whether you use did you or have you.
This is where it gets really clear. Let's take the movie example again. If I ask, did you see the new Avengers movie last week? I'm asking about a specific action at a specific finished time last week.
Right. But if I ask, have you seen the new Avengers movie? I'm asking if you have had the experience of seeing it at any time up to now. The time is not specific. I just want to know if you've seen it, maybe so we can talk about it, or decide if we should go together.
See the difference? One is about a past event with a clear time. The other is about your general experience or whether you know something right now. Here's another one. Did you lock the door when you left?
That's asking about a specific action at the specific time you left. Very clear, very past. But what if you're standing at the door right now and you're not sure? You'd ask, have you locked the door?
Exactly. You're asking about the current state, the result of that action, which is important right now because you're about to leave, or you're worried it's still open. The locking happened in the past, but the result, is it locked or not, is what matters now.
It's all about the connection to the present. If there's a strong connection or a result that's important now, you lean towards have you. If it's just a story from the past, done and dusted, use did you.
Let's try one more pair. Did you finish your work yesterday? Clear time, finished action. Versus have you finished your work?
Have you finished your work is asking about the current status. Maybe your boss is asking you because they need something from you now. The action of finishing is in the past, but the completion is relevant to the present task or deadline.
Right. It's like asking, is your work finished now? It implies that if it's not finished, you need to continue. If it is finished, then great, maybe you can relax or move to the next task.
This really helps connect the dots. I think a lot of learners sometimes make the mistake of using did you when they should use have you, especially when talking about experiences.
Absolutely. You might hear someone say, did you ever go to France? Instead of have you ever been to France? The did you sounds a bit unnatural there because we're talking about a life experience, not a specific trip with a start and end time. We want to know if you've had that experience up until now.
Yes, been to is key there for experiences. Have you ever been to is a very common structure. Another common mistake is using have you with specific past time markers, like have you gone to the shop yesterday? That's incorrect.
Exactly. If you see yesterday, last week, in 2010 when you were a child, those specific past times almost always mean you need did you. You must say, did you go to the shop yesterday?
So a good rule of thumb for our listeners, if you can answer with a specific time like, yes I did, on Tuesday, then did you is probably the right choice. If the answer is more about an experience or a current state, have you is better.
That's a fantastic practical tip, Paul. Let's do a quick quiz for our listeners. I'll say a sentence and you tell me if it should be did you or have you.
All right, I'm ready. And listeners, you try to answer before I do.
Okay, first one. Read that new book by your favorite author?
That sounds like an experience or if you've completed it. So I'd say, have you read that new book by your favorite author? Because the result, knowing the book, is relevant now.
Correct. Next, go to the cinema last night?
Last night is a finished specific time, so it's did you go to the cinema last night?
Spot on. How about this? Etuem ni about swan you if an eat were even homely or my oscars than my homeball. Have eat my nahamoball.
Since it's 4 p.m., this morning is a finished time, so did you call your mother this morning?
Excellent, Paul. You got them all. I hope our listeners did too. This exercise really highlights that thinking about the time and the connection to the present is key.
It absolutely is. And remember, language learning is a journey. Don't worry if you don't get it perfectly every time. The most important thing is to practice, listen, and keep trying.
Exactly. And speaking of practice, we have so many more episodes like this to help you on your journey. So please, if you're enjoying our podcast, make sure you hit that subscribe button wherever you listen to podcasts.
Yes, subscribing helps us a lot, and it ensures you don't miss any new episodes from Captain English. We really appreciate your support.
So, to sum up, did you for completed actions at specific past times, no connection to the present. Have you for experiences, actions with results important now, or actions within an unfinished period of time.
Keep practicing those questions. Listen to how native speakers use them in movies, songs, and conversations. You'll get the hang of it, I promise.
That's all for this episode of Captain English Podcast. We hope this explanation of did you versus have you was helpful and clear for you.
From Paul and Alice, thank you so much for listening. Keep learning, keep practicing, and we'll catch you next time.
Bye for now.